Obesity by Rochelle Sangret and Ali Jeffrey. Obesity is a very complex disorder.
Obesity is caused by an energy imbalance in which energy input exceeds energy output, leading to an accumulation of excess adipose tissue. In the average healthy individual, energy input is typically equal to the energy output, therefore weight is consistent and homeostasis is maintained. Obesity is characterized by a body mass index of greater than 30.
BMI stands for Body Mass Index, which can be calculated by dividing an individual's weight by their height. This gives an idea of the individual's weight to height ratio. The predisposing risk factors of obesity include genetics, environmental and cultural factors, socioeconomic status, poor diet, and sedentary lifestyle. This disease may be caused by one or more of these predisposing factors.
The primary symptom is an above average body weight, as mentioned previously, those with a BMI of greater than 30. Obesity may also lead to increased blood pressure, shortness of breath, sleep apnea, high cholesterol, diabetes, and gallstones. Hypertension is caused due to plaque buildup on the blood vessel walls from high sodium retention by the body and increased number of lipids in the blood. Cholesterol is a waxy substance found in your blood, common in obese people. Daily cholesterol intake in excess of 300 milligrams per day from dietary sources can raise blood cholesterol levels and contribute to heart disease.
Those who are overweight carry extra adipose tissue in the chest and abdomen, causing the muscles of the chest to become fatigued. This contributes to shortness of breath due to decreased chest expansion. Sleep apnea is also caused by increased body mass, placing greater pressure on the chest and neck. This causes a decrease in air passage through the throat when laying in supine position. This makes breathing more difficult during sleep. The highest rate of obesity recorded in Canada in 2014 was males aged 45 to 54 years old and females aged 55 to 64 years old.
In healthy individuals, appetite is regulated by neurosignals from the digestive tract, including vagal nerve fibers, signals in the blood such as glucose, and gut hormones such as insulin. Gut hormones that promote short-term regulation of hunger include ghrelin, glucagon, and epinephrine. The short-term hormones that inhibit hunger include CCK and glucagon-like peptide. Long-term hunger regulation is mainly controlled by the hormones insulin and leptin.
Adipocytes, also known as fat cells, secrete the hormone leptin in proportion to body fat content. Thus, those with increased body fat stores release more leptin. Obese individuals somehow become resistant to both leptin and insulin, which no longer adequately suppress hunger. An increase in leptin causes the body to think that fat stores are low, causing a decrease in metabolism and an increase in appetite, causing further weight gain. The adipocyte tissue causes increased release of cytokines, leading to inflammation in the body.
In a healthy individual, the arcuate nucleus, also known as the arc, in the hypothalamus of the brain contains two sets of neurons with opposing effects. The NPY neuron is the most potent appetite stimulant which sends hunger-enhancing signals to target organs in the body. In contrast, the CART neurons cause appetite-suppressing signals from the brain down to their target organs.
In the normal cell membrane, adipocyte tissue releases adiponectin, a protein hormone, which stimulates the release of insulin. When there is an increase in adiponectin in the blood, adiponectin will trigger the release of insulin, which binds to the insulin receptor at the cell membrane, and this triggers the GLUT4 transporter to bind onto the cell membrane. This causes glucose to enter the cell so that the cell can use the glucose for energy, or ATP.
In an obese individual cell membrane, due to an overstimulation of the pancreas, an excess amount of insulin is released and binds onto the receptor. The GLUT4 transporter activates glucose channels to open, causing increased levels of glucose from the blood to enter the cells. This contributes to excess fat storage in the cells. In summary, obesity is a condition in which homeostasis is is disrupted due to an imbalance in energy expenditure and increased food intake. As you increase fat stores and whole body inflammation, the body develops leptin resistance. Even though you have an abundance of fat and leptin, the signal to your brain that inhibits eating is disrupted.
The brain senses low leptin levels, which leads to food cravings and overeating. Even though you increase calorie intake, you are continuously hungry, leading to further weight gain. As you gain more fat mass, the cycle repeats and the number of adipose cells increase, as do leptin levels.